This channel is made possible by viewers like you. My viewers, subscribers, and patrons greatly help to keep this channel going. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all of you. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any uploads. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you'll get access to what I'm working on, previews of upcoming content, and even early videos, along with other tier options for those that are interested. Thank you, and now on to the video. I am probably not alone when I finally found out that a new Star Trek game came out. Star Trek Resurgence had little to no marketing considering how big this property is. I honestly stumbled across it on Twitter by accident. I follow a few voice actors and one of them was promoting the game, showing parts of what they had worked on. At least I thought this was an expansion or something related to Star Trek Online. Out of curiosity, I looked into the game a bit more, and to my surprise, this had nothing to do with Star Trek Online, but rather this was a narratively focused game, very much in line with the Telltale games that we used to see a lot of. Now that I found out what this game actually was, the next part was to see if this was more in line with the new Star Trek TV shows, which I'm not honestly interested in, or were they more in line with old Trek? To my surprise, at least so far, this feels like a nice mixture between a good Telltale title and a good Star Trek show. This feels like an anomaly and it might be one of 2023's most overlooked games.
You know what? You take this one.
Me? Engage.
Star Trek Resurgence is a Telltale game, so if you've played any of their prior games, then from a gameplay standpoint, you're gonna know what you're getting into. For example, you'll spend most of your time engrossed in the narrative, with the gameplay being made up of interacting with objects and rooms, solving some puzzles, completing minigames, and the best part, making choices that are reflected in the narrative overall. I have only played it for a bit, and to give the game's credit, there's a decent gameplay variety here. Most of it feels very minigame-like, and I did have an opportunity to even use my phaser. My hope is that, at least from a gameplay perspective, that more minigames or situations pop up to keep things interesting. Choices are really what is at the heart of the adventure, and already the game makes me wonder what the other options would have been like with those choices. So it does a good job at selling the choices and potentially having that replay value to see how the narrative can be altered as well. In Resurgence, you are controlling two characters, XO Jara and Engineering Officer Carter. Both provide two different perspectives on the same ship. Both are immediately likable protagonists. There's a lot of potential with being able to get two different perspectives from different ranking members of the same ship. They haven't even interacted yet based on where I am in the narrative. Now, like I mentioned before, the heart of the gameplay is with the choices, and I like so far that it's blended well with situations that you would see in a Star Trek episode, and many times we would see characters discuss on how to solve the problem of the week in the show. There has been stuff like this in Resurgence so far, done with the Telltale agency that you get from making choices. You will get input from your other crew members, and then it's up to you to make the final call. This sort of stuff feels very similar to the show, with it having that agency of the player being timed to make those decisions. Overall and so far, this is a nice surprise, and I hope the rest of the game keeps this up. It makes a solid first impression. My only issues so far are some of the Telltale jank and stuttering that seems to be in most of their games. The music is good, and I'm having a good time with it. Have you heard of Star Trek Resurgence? Do you like these types of games? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in being notified of new videos, please hit the subscribe button and bell. And if you would like to support the channel and get early access to content, please check out my Patreon. All of the links will be at the end of this video and within the description. And thank you very much for watching.